Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name's Oliver. So for today's video we have an episode recap of The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 episode 2. I think the title of it was called like Hot Dogs and Hot Mics, or Hot Mics and Hot Dogs, one of those, because you know Dennis is in here, of course. I do want to address the elephant in the room. I clearly did not fix the lights back here. I promise I am not that low budget. I'm just not low budget, but I haven't fixed that yet, and I've had a really busy week, and I'm also gonna have a very busy next several weeks, actually I think month and a half, so those may not get fixed anytime soon, so just don't even comment on that. Anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. At the start of the episode, we were picking up where we left off at the end of the last episode, which was at Shamia's birthday party. All the women were upstairs. It was Portia and Drew kind of going at it because Drew is out here trying to film with Dennis on the show, and Portia has an issue with that. Basically, Drew basically said that Dennis was her angel on earth, and basically was like, he's like a brother to me, and Portia was like, oh, okay. Are you done? And then Portia called her a low down dirty individual, and Portia was like, can I break the fourth wall? And the producer was like, yeah. So she did, and she was basically saying that Drew went behind Portia's back to ask Dennis to film with her. But also Portia claims that she doesn't care about if Drew and Dennis are, you know, doing it or whatever. But I just think she still really likes Dennis, but she just doesn't want to get screwed over again. Rightfully so. That's what I think it is. It's a very interesting situation. I'm gonna touch back on this again because it gets talked about like a few more times in the episode. Anyways, the end of Shamia's party was so much fun. They all jumped in the pool. Why did I say that like I was there? I clearly wasn't. I was just watching. I literally just finished the episode, like the TV's still on, but anyways, I've written here that the party was so tea. It absolutely was, 100%. Okay, now getting on to Angela. Now we get to see more about her. So they have 4 kids. They have a very beautiful family. She said that she and Charles met in Chicago at a party, and he got her number, but she didn't hear from him for 10 years until they had lived in the same condo. They were just neighbors, so that's how it happened. Now she said that she owns, it's either a consulting company or a finance company, and she's self-made. Exactly, I know that's right. The next scene is with Portia and Kenya. I remember the picture of Portia and Kenya whenever they were standing on the side of the road, not the side of the road, but it's just like outside of the restaurant, just hugging, smiling, whatever. And I was waiting on this scene, and we finally got it. So basically, they pull up in both of their Rolls Royces, and the producers, they had the audacity to really highlight in here, and they said, because Kenya got there first, and it said Kenya's Rolls Royce purchased in 2022. Then Portia came, and it said Portia's Rolls Royce gifted by Simon in 2022. I was like, wow. Oh yeah, so Kenya, Shamia, and Portia all have really nice Rolls Royces. I know that's right. Yep, exactly. Portia said that she is just upset that Dennis might be filming with Drew. Now, my cousin texted this while we were watching the show, and this is pretty much a good analysis. My cousin said, and I'm gonna bleep a lot of this out. She said, yeah, Drew is tired for this Dennis stuff because you live in Atlanta and there's 1,000 people that do music there, but Honda, oh, Portia. She said Hyundai. Porsche, okay. Anyways, but Honda is also tired because, girl, why are you still worried about the dude that you tried to, when you haven't, oh, I cannot say that part. Okay. Anyways, they're both tired. Anyways, oh, then Portia also said that she was his 5th wife. Kenya did not realize that. Nobody really realized that. Then Portia said that Simon had other women in the house. She could see it on the camera. That's insane. Anyways, moving on, it's a scene with Kelly. She just goes to a restaurant that she's about to open. It's her 2nd location, I think, for Nana's Chicken and Waffles. I've heard that people who have tried Nana's Chicken and Waffles, that it's really good, so I definitely want to try it next time I'm in Atlanta, but I don't really go to Atlanta. I haven't been in Atlanta in like years. I don't know. Oh, and then we get on to Britt Edie. So Britt, she is renovating a home. She's basically going back and forth with her husband about having a baby. Not like going back and forth with like yes or no, but just like they're just talking, going back and forth. She said that they met right when she formed her insurance agency, and what happened? I forgot. Anyways, moving on, it's Shamia. Shamia brought flowers to her surrogate. Basically, her surrogate had breast cancer at 32 weeks. So basically her daughter, Shiloh, had to be born ASAP. And the surrogate said that she basically feels like a failure, which no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because you never, life is way too precious. You shouldn't even be feeling like a failure, because you're still here and so is Shiloh. So that's all that matters. So yeah, that was just a really touching scene. I also didn't realize that that was the same surrogate that Candy had. I think it said back in 2019. So yeah. Oh my god, I got a text from my cousin. Apparently Drew and Dennis posted together that Drew's album is gonna drop on March 21st. No way. Oh my god, these comments are funny. Drew's funny. She can be corny, but she's funny. Okay, so yeah, moving on. It's Britt and Kelly. And Britt basically said that, you know, she and her man, is his name Mike? I think so. But they got married during COVID. So it was a Zoom wedding. I mean, it's appropriate. But they do want to have like another ceremony and whatnot. Britt was also like, Kelly, did you catch what Kenya said about my ring? And she was like, you know, you should worry about your divorce and not, you know, my ring. This is how we get to that incident. This is how we get to it. Dang. Anyways, but Kelly said that her marriage was basically horrible and that she should get an Oscar for how she made that marriage look. The final two scenes I have, it's with Drew, Shamia, and Angela. Angela's talking to Drew and she's like, why are you working with Dennis even though Atlanta has a lot of people that you could have chosen? In here, I just wrote in here, I was like, what happened with Drop It with Drew? Because they're all going to work out right now. I'm like, what happened to Drop It with Drew? Flop It with Drew? Stop It with Drew? What happened to it? Like did she stop being an ambassador for that thing? Oh yeah, because she's an ambassador for Go Naked Hair. Also, the fact that Drew and Dennis did a collab post during the episode and dropped this, like, I'm sorry, that's funny. So yeah, then Angela was just like, Shamia, why did you ask that question for Portia? I forgot what question she was referring to. Like, I was texting on my phone whenever she had said that, so I apologize. But yeah, she said something like that. And then Shamia and Angela go back and forth, and Shamia is just like, you were doing way too much. And Angela's like, no, I'm just asking a question. Shamia was like, well, Angela was real quiet during my birthday party. She had nothing to say, and now she wants to speak up and do all this other stuff. Like, okay. So that's a little feud that we see that's brewing right now. Oh, and then finally Drew is just like, yes, Shamia, you are literally Portia's lapdog. So then final scene, it's with Portia and Dennis. It gets interesting. So basically they meet up to take Pilar to, I wrote in here a little kid farm. It's not a little kid farm. What is it called? Whenever it's like a little playground, an indoor playground. That's a little kid farm. Portia said that Drew said that Dennis was her Lord and Savior, and then Dennis was like, well, I mean, we're just working on music basically, and Portia was like, well, she said it's something completely different than what you were saying. But Dennis was like, why are you worried about this? You got 16 marriages. Whoa, where did that come from? That was funny though. Portia also got up and she left to go to the bathroom. She was crying. Also, we got a real-time confessional. We haven't gotten those since what, season 1? Like, Portia was talking to the producer. We got a real-time confessional because she was crying and she was just like, I'm not gonna let Dennis, you know, see my tears. Or she said something like that. I just think she's just going through a lot with this divorce. And especially dealing with Dennis too. It's just, it's a lot that's weighing on her. So I think that's why she started crying. I feel bad. Oh, and then whenever they were leaving, I wrote in here that she was low-key going off on Dennis in the car. And she was. And then she was talking about how it's gonna make a mark with like Pilar. Wasn't she sitting in the back seat of the car? Anyways, okay, that's my episode recap of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 2. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making it. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.